Jason were my first true friends. Before I met them, I was somewhat lacking in my interpersonal skills.
You too? I mean, social situations have always been a bit of a challenge for me as well.
I find that hard to believe. You're so charming and easy to be around.
Really? Thanks. I feel the same way about you.
You would not have thought so had you met me before my acquaintance with Sam and Jason. There's really no good way to measure the good they've done for me. I only hope to reciprocate it in some way.
That's so sweet. It makes it even more peculiar that Maxie wouldn't want to be your friend.
She doesn't?
She said the last thing she wants is to be friends with you. But I got that feeling.
Hey, we could use a little help over here.
Fine.
No, if your mother knocked you out cold, you could have a concussion.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say Heather attacked you?
Yeah.
It appears that she's...
One second. Okay, Spinelli, hang on.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Heather was already gone by the time I found him on the floor.
Has there been any sign of her?
No, we got units checking the area outside your apartment. Did she say anything at all that would tell you where she might be headed?
Sorry.
Well, what about Taya Delgado's baby?
She wouldn't tell me where the baby was, and it's not Taya's son. The baby is Sam Morgan's.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is vital information. Did you just say that Sam's baby is alive?
Alive and well. My mother's known the truth the entire time.
You went to see Heather at Ferncliff. And before you deny it, I have the security camera footage.
I stopped by to drop off her severance pay.
You let Heather blackmail you then, and you're letting her blackmail
Okay, you know what? If you
again.
think Heather is lurking here somewhere, knock yourself out. Search my hotel suite. I'm off to Landview because I'm gonna, well, I need somebody to hold her hand, and I'll just have to do.
No, you're not going to comfort Taya. You're going there to weasel your way through some story about how you accidentally put another woman's baby
All I
in
have
her
for it
hands.
right now is your word that little Victor isn't Taya's baby.
You can't spin this anymore, Todd. Don't you get it? When we find that child, Taya is going to find out the truth about everything, including your involvement in the switching of the babies. Do you understand?
Was John able to tell Taya that that he's my son?
No, before McBain can explain anything at all, he found out that Heather and the baby were gone. And he didn't want to tell Taya after she had enough to deal with.
Oh, no, when Taya realizes that the baby isn't hers. It's going to be so hard, Jason, what she's going to go through is...
She's going to feel exactly what you felt that night.
I couldn't believe that he was gone, and I couldn't hold him in my arms anymore. My son is alive. Jason, he's alive. We've got to find him. We've got to find Heather.
We will. We will, I promise.
We've got to find him before it's too late. Before she hurts him.
But just think what your son has already survived. He's strong, Sam. We're going to find him.
I can't lose him, Jason. I can't lose him again.
We have a wonderful life together. Yes, we are. Just a few things we need before we go. Stephen Lars wouldn't help us. But I know someone who can. He might not be too happy to hear from me. Our relationship's been a bit strained. But that doesn't mean he won't come through.
Slim and I are
Slim.
That's what I call her.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah. Luke and I we were involved.
I like to think of us in the present tense, despite what happened in Switzerland.
Switzerland?
Look, we have a lot to discuss privately. So if you don't mind postponing your reunion, since you've been dead for so many years, I'm sure a couple of hours is not going to make any difference.
Well, actually, Spencer, I do mind.
I married Matt for a specific reason.
So you wouldn't have to testify against him?
Yes, and Spinelli knew that.
And he also knew that Matt confessed and offered to end the marriage, which you refused.
Whose side are you on here?
I'm just being a good friend. And a good friend tells you the truth.
Can't you massage it a little?
The point is, you should understand why Spinelli would think he should move on.
I understand in theory. I just didn't expect Spinelli to move on with someone who's so perfect for him. I mean, okay, if I were to set Spinelli up with someone, and I would never do that, I'd pick Ellie. I mean, she's nerdy, but in a cute sort of way. And she's very enthusiastic. She was talking about this astronomy thing, had something to do with the planet Venus, but she was so excited. She was talking about it like it was a 50% off sale of Cartulo slingbacks. I mean, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get pregnant.
Don't you need Dante for that?
Wait a second, your mother switched Sam and Taya's babies during the storm?
It's the only possible explanation.
How does that even happen? How does she got access to these kids?
What's going on? I just heard you were brought in.
I'm okay.
Let me take a look. Is there an exam room free?
I don't need
3 is clear.
It's okay. I'll be quick, I promise.
Look, I'm gonna follow up with the search team, see if they got anything on Heather.
You were right.
So are you.
The baby that died that night, may he rest in peace, was not Sam. Sam's baby is alive. This changes everything for Jason and Sam.
I can't fall apart now. My baby needs me.
Sam, where are you going?
I gotta get out of here, Jason. I have to find my
No,
kid.
there's nothing you can do. There's a lot of people looking for your son.
I'm his mother. I have to do something.
Where would you even start? You don't even know where Heather went.
Maybe I do.
There's no hiding from this anymore, Todd. Daya's gonna lose her baby. The child she thought was hers, you know, the one she has cared for and loved for the last 4 months. She's paying for your lives all over again, and this time it's gonna hurt even worse.
I think it's time for you to leave.
Thought you wanted me to search the place.
Do you have a warrant?
The next warrant I get is gonna be for your arrest.
Taya.
There's one person in Port Charles who would help Heather Weber.
Todd Manning.
You said that he helped her the night in the woods, right?
Yeah, well, it's just a theory. We don't have any proof.
Jason, it's obvious that he was blackmailed. I mean, why else would he hire a former mental patient?
Probably. Yeah.
Yes, probably. It all fits. It makes sense. It explains why Todd would crumble up the article on my baby's death. He knew what he was doing. He knew he had given my baby to Taya. That's why he hired me as an assistant. That's why he came to the funeral. He felt guilty, but not guilty enough to tell me that my baby was alive.
It seems like Todd would have done almost anything to keep his part in this from coming out.
What if he still would?
Okay, Taya. I know you hate my guts. I still care about you enough to try and make this right. Who's this?
Hello, Todd.
Heather Weber, where the hell are you?
Oh, really, Todd? We haven't spoken in how long? Aren't you even going to ask me how I've been getting along since I left Ferncliff?
Since you escaped Ferncliff.
How else was I going to get out of there?
What the hell were you thinking? You run off with Taya Delgado's kid?
We both know that's not possible. Taya's baby is dead. I have Sam's kid.
If you lay one finger on that kid, I will hunt you down personally.
Why would I hurt this child? He's getting excellent care. He's such a good baby, yeah. And I'm going to show everybody what a wonderful mother I am.
Did you just say mother?
Yes. Everything is as it should be. Or it will be with your help.
We've got to find Todd. We've got to see what he knows about Heather.
Hey.
Hi. What are you doing here?
Sam knows her son is alive.
You explain everything?
Yeah, I did.
That's a lot to take in.
I want to find my son.
We were just trying to figure out who might know where Heather is.
Well, I just got back from Manning's. He's still a weasel. He's still not talking.
Spinelli, hey, I'm glad you called.
Please just listen. I have the most incredible information. I have just learned that your suspicion was correct. Sam's baby is alive.
I know. I just told Sam.
Hey, don't worry. We're going for round 2 on Manning, all right? He knows more than what he's saying.
I know. The whole time I was working for Todd, I knew he was hiding something. I just never in a million years would have thought it was this.
How you doing with all this?
Okay. I mean, I'm happy. I'm beyond happy that my son is alive, but I'm terrified that I'm never going to see him.
Don't let yourself think that way, right? Your little boy's made it this far. We're bringing him home to you.
Jason told me you were the one that got the DNA sample.
I did.
So then you saw him.
I did.
He's big, he's healthy.
Yeah. He's a beautiful boy.
No. Heather disappeared with the baby sometime yesterday afternoon, and they're looking for her in Landview. The theory is she might have tried to come back to Port Charles.
Well, all is not lost. There's someone at the hospital who might know just how to find Heather.
Dr. Rashi asked you to wait, Steve. He's ordering more tests.
I don't need more tests.
Well, Dr. Rashi says you do.
I'm a doctor, too.
Yeah, and we all know that doctors make the
I was
worst
just
patients.
trying to explain to her that I'm
because you
fine.
think that
I'm
this
okay.
nurse is not going to argue with you, but I can. I'll take it from here, honey. Thank you.
Good luck.
I want to go out and help search for
That's
my mother.
tough. We're going to wait for the neurological consult, which translates to you sitting here and staying put.
Any news?
Hey, nothing yet. We're setting up roadblocks. If your mother tries to leave town, we will find her.
You know, I'm just thinking. This means I was right. When I saw Heather, I knew that she was in Port Charles. Maybe we should start taking my visions a little more seriously.